Hi guys, it's Haley. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a review on The Nun II. This movie actually came out a little over a week ago, so I wanted to be on top of it and actually make a review. A couple movies have come out that I have just gotten too busy to review on time and then didn't end up reviewing them. I'm actually talking about Talk to Me, that A24 movie. I immediately going into the theater was like, I'm gonna review this. I really wanted to, and then I just got busy with work and a bunch of other stuff. And when I finally got around to sitting down to do it, I was like, holy shit, this movie is like working its way out of theaters. So let me know if that's something you still want. But I was actually on a live stream on Instagram. I go live every week on Instagram, so follow me, Haley Homicide, on Instagram if you don't already. My live streams are a lot of fun, and we have like a lot of regular people in there. We talk about horror movies, bands, music, lots of good stuff. So follow me if you don't. I'll link my social medias down below. But anyways, I was talking about The Nun II and reviewing it, and I actually had people like, yes, I really want to see that, please do, and just saying they miss my movie reviews in general. So especially now that we are entering spooky season, we have some good horror movies coming out, I will definitely be back on my game. I will try to review stuff. But if I ever do skip anything and don't review it and you still want a review, let me know, okay? But we have Saw X coming out, we have The Exorcist Believer, we have Thanksgiving, we have lots of good stuff. So I feel like I'm always more prominent on YouTube during October and September, a little bit of November, so that will be kind of like usual. But for now, let's get into The Nun II. This is gonna have some spoilers. I just don't really, I don't know, like I feel like I kind of need to have some spoilers in this. So if you have not watched the movie yet and plan on it, I wouldn't watch this video. So that is your warning. The original The Nun, which this is a sequel to, came out, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. And I'm gonna be honest, going into this movie was like, why do we even have a sequel? I don't feel like the Nun 1 did very well to begin with. But we already know The Conjuring loves to spit out a million movies and milk every single character that they can. So that's kind of what The Nun is, which is actually a little bit sad because I really enjoyed The Conjuring 2 and I really enjoyed Valak as a character in The Nun 2. And going into the original The Nun movie, I was so disappointed. I was really looking forward to that movie because I just thought we had such a potentially cool character. I really enjoyed Valak. I actually have a poster, like a framed thing of her over there. You can't really see it, but because of The Conjuring, I really liked her, and the movie was just underwhelming, completely opposite. It was packed with a bunch of jokes, comedic relief every 5 seconds. I just didn't like it, and a lot of people didn't either. So when they announced they were going to release a Nun 2, I was kind of like, why? Like, your first one didn't flop hard enough? So I didn't have high expectations or high hopes for this movie. However, in the last week, that has changed. I was seeing a lot of good things on social media. One of my best friends saw it and was like, Haley, I really liked it. I think you're going to like it. I liked it better than the original. So I still didn't have high hopes, but I at least thought I would come out of the movie liking it more than the original and maybe with some cool Valak scenes. That's what my expectations were at. And off the bat, I want to say I'm sorry because so many people are liking it that I feel bad even saying my opinion. I really do. But at several points during the movie, I kept thinking, oh my God, what am I going to say on YouTube? What's my review going to be? Most of the movie, I was thinking about my YouTube review on the movie, which, in case it's not self-explanatory enough, that doesn't make a movie, but it means that movie probably was not the most intriguing or immersive movie, because the entire time I was watching it, I was thinking about my outside life. I was not immersed in this movie whatsoever. In fact, I was quite bored. The movie had a runtime of, I want to say, 1 hour and 15 minutes. And when I realized that an hour into the movie, I was like, holy fuck. Like, how am I going to sit through another hour of this? I'm so bored. I got a pretzel to eat, and that was probably the best part of the movie, was me eating my soft pretzel with cheese. And once that was done, I was like, ooh, I am bored. I am really bored. I went with my dad because my dad really wanted to see it, and at several points I kept looking at my dad to see if he was awake still. We went pretty late at night, and I don't know, I was just wondering, like, is he as bored as me? And he was laying down, so I kept looking to see if he was awake. He was, but my dad also kept sighing during the movie, which I was like, is that because of the movie? Like, is he where I'm at, or is he liking it? Another thing, my dad bought our movie tickets, so I was like feeling a little guilty that I wasn't enjoying the movie, and I was like, how am I gonna tell my dad I didn't like it? Luckily, my dad did not like it either. So, um, I feel kind of crazy because almost everyone I have seen watch this movie has at least had pleasant things to say about it. I'm not one of them. I don't know. Like, I really didn't get the hype of this one. I felt like it was so boring. I don't enjoy any of the characters at all, if I'm being honest. The nun, Valak herself, is only in the movie like half of it. And then Frenchie, the guy from the original one, she is like using him to like go to places, and she's essentially possessing him. I'm sorry, but when I wanted to go see the Nun 2, I wanted to see Valak, this crazy demonic nun, not this like possessed, really tall French man. Like, it just wasn't, I don't know, make it make sense. My dad even brought up, she's not even in the movie that much, which I agree. I don't feel like she was. Most people have been saying, at least because I've watched a couple of YouTube reviews, people have been saying, oh, they really felt like they spent time on these characters, developing them, so you care about them. Why didn't I care about any of them then? Even the main character, the good nun from the first film, she's in this again, cannot think of her name for the life of me. But I didn't really care about her character. I'm like, I don't know, if I'm being honest, like, I kind of think it's silly. Sorry, I am mumbling my words. Like, I don't even know. But I kind of feel like it's silly that she even, here's where the spoiler comes in, lives yet again. I'm getting really tired of these movies and them all having to wrap up with like a good ending. Everything is solved for now. The evil is contained. Why? We're gonna have the Nun 3 in 2 years anyways. Why are we fronting that we have a happy ending? I feel like the Conjuring movies in specific are notorious for this. Every movie has to end on a good note. And it's a little tiresome, I'm not gonna lie. As well as their solution to the problem. On the Nun 1, it was the blood of Christ, which I already was like, oh, for real? Okay. It felt kind of half-assed and just like lame. Didn't feel like a very cool solution. This one was the Eyes of St. Lucy, I think was her name. It felt very throwaway like the first one. Like, it just felt like, oh, okay, very similar. In fact, this movie as a whole felt very similar to the first, except a lot more boring. But the one strong suit I will say it had that the original didn't. There wasn't as much comedic relief. It wasn't packed with comedy every 5 seconds. Also, my dog is crying because every time I film a YouTube video, he has to just cry. Don't know why. But that was something I hated about the first one, was all the comedic relief packed in. I feel like they thought the nun was going to be this horrifying character, so in order to get people to like sit through it, they needed to cram it with jokes. This one, they at least didn't do that, but on the opposite side, I was really bored. So, I'm sorry, you guys. I really wanted to like this movie. In fact, like, I feel like, is there something I miss? Is there something that just, I don't know. I really don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this movie like a 2 out of 10. I just really didn't enjoy anything about it. I don't think I would watch it again, at least not for a couple of years. I would probably revisit it later to see, oh, maybe was it better than I thought it was? But originally, I was going to go see it with my boyfriend as well. I even told him I didn't like it. I wouldn't even see it again. So, let me know what you guys thought of it. I feel so bad because I really wanted to like this movie. I really, really did. And I know a lot of you are going to say you enjoyed it because that's what I've been seeing online. But let me know what you enjoyed about the movie. Or if you didn't, let me know what you thought. I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. I'll be in the comments reading everything. And if nothing else, give me some movie suggestions of some good movies. I really want to watch a good movie after that. But I feel like I'm just going to ramble a million times about how much I didn't like this movie, and I don't want to make that this video. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that I really liked about it. Most movies I like to give like, oh, well, I liked this. I guess maybe the connection to the Warrens, and even then I feel like they're relying on that a lot. So I'm gonna wrap the video up because I feel like it's gonna get redundant. But thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I will be back with more horror reviews through the season. Have a great day or night wherever you guys are. I love you so much. Bye.